I am creating a map using Cartograph by Brandon Lee, I believe. So this is a little bit shiny, but this is the rules reference. Very useful. And this is the map I've created so far. So the camp there is where I started, and I've gone to Fort Falls, the town, and then over to Hillberry Wood, although it's a forest, so I should call it Hillberry Forest really. And up to Pixie Village, farming village with the best pork sausages around, down to Stoneweed Peaks, which are some mountains, to Goldstone, which is a ruined town. Everyone just left because there's no work, jobs or food or anything. And then I've made my way through the mountains to Ancient Spo, which is an ancient city ruins guarded by golems, with some remnants of defensible walls and ramparts. And this is where I'm picking up. So let's see what happens next. So I won't go over all the rules of this, but essentially I have some dice. There's a landmark dice, the blue, biome dice, the Forbidden Lands dice, and there are 3 temporary dice I have at the minute. I'm making notes, journaling. I have written down some pertinent information. So my cartographer is a gnome called Furious Wind Sigwald Fatuvula. He is awkward and a safety nut. No food at the minute, so I need to sort that out. He's got 1 wares, 3 coins, no wounds yet, 0 reputation. So essentially you travel around, you use food to travel, you use wares to sell at the settlements to get coins. Reputation, I don't know yet. I believe that affects buying and selling wares, but I haven't had any detrimental or increase of reputation yet. Wounds, you've got 3 wounds you can take. If you take 4th, that cartographer is dead. I've not pulled any jokers from the card deck yet. Once I pull the, I think it's the 4th, so if I pull a 4th red joker, that would also be game over. And yeah, so Furious has been sent to this land to find interesting locations and perhaps new trade partners willing to fund the overseer's next invention. As a gnome fresh to the upper lands, he is a bit awkward and always makes sure safety is priority 1. So let's carry on. I'm at the stage now where I need to rest. So there's 3 stages. I'm at the end of the day effectively. So I lose all my temporary dice at the end of the day. I lose 1 other remaining die, so I lose a biome die. If at a settlement, I am not, because I'm in the ruins at the moment. Perform 2 different rest actions. So I'm in the wilderness, so I can camp which means I would lose 1 food and gain a biome die. I've got no food to lose at the minute, so I don't want to do that. I can converse with locals, I suppose, where I would lose 1 ware or 1 coin to gain 1 temporary die. Or I can hunt, which means I would roll a die and gain that much food and then lose 1 of these die. So I think, and I can do 2 of those things per rest phase. I can also spend an extra coin to do a 3rd one, but I'm not going to do that. First thing I'm going to do is to hunt. So roll a die and gain that much food. Okay, so I gain 5 food, which I will mark in my journal here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, because I hunted, I lose a die. Now, I can get a die back by camping, which is what I will do. So I'll lose 1 of those foods I just hunted and get a biome die back. So this is now my dice pool. 1 landmark die and 1 biome die. So that's the rest phase over. Next is the exploration phase. So the first thing we do here, roll the dice pool onto your map. This is my dice pool, this is my map. So I've got a 6 and a 5. I'm trying to match these up roughly to the hexes, so I can move them. You can move them anywhere you want, really, where it makes sense on the map. I am just going to put them there. So 6 is on the landmark die, means there is a discovery, which you denote with a question mark. See, I've already got 1 down here. 5 on the biome dice is a forest. So right here is a forest, to just denote with that. Okay. Mark a coastline around any landmark dice, so we'll carry on the coastline around that one. Does that make sense? Consult exploration, yeah, just done that. Return dice to dice pool, right, yeah. Okay, now we're on, so that's the exploration phase. Now we're on the arrival phase. Choose a location on the map. If it isn't closest, we lose 1 food. We are here, and I'm just going to carry on and go to this discovery site, which is the closest one, so we're not going to lose the food. Draw a dashed line to the location. Okay, so dashed line to location. So we are now there. And now we draw a card. 9 of diamonds. Okay. Consult journey table. So this is here. Journey table. So we just drew a 9 of diamonds. The diamond says your travels were expedited by something unexpected. What quickened your journey and why? Gain 1 reputation. So that's my first reputation of the game. So your travels were expedited by something unexpected. Okay. first of all, let me say I've just gained a reputation. Okay. And then we'll say leading from ancient Spo is an old trade route which makes travelling much quicker. Okay, and I gained +1 reputation. Cool. Next, consult the location table. So I have the location tables are all here. The location we are in is a discovery location. So that is discovery prompts. We drew a 9 of diamonds. So 9 is a near impossible structure amongst the countryside. What makes the structure so impossible and strange? What people protect it? So I gain 1 landmark die and 1 wound. Okay, a near impossible structure amongst the countryside. How interesting. Okay, so first of all, we gain a landmark die. We also gain a wound. So let's just mark a wound. And let's see, this is where I like to bring in good old tables. So we want, let's say, enemy encounters. If we're wounded, it makes sense that it's guarded by an enemy. So let's see, page 43. Okay, number of enemies, mood, condition, blah blah blah. Okay, that's all about their mood and everything. So let's see, race. Let's see what race they are. So 1d8. 2 half elves. So let's see. Half elves. So it's a band of half elves in this structure. What could this structure be? Let's have a quick look at the landmarks tables. So D100. So let's do a quick D100 roll. 67. See what that comes up with. 67 stone statues. This description says a collection of small statues, but let's ignore that and let's say there's a humongous stone statue here. Think of the statues guarding the waterfall of the river edge in Lord of the Rings. where they chuck Boromir down on the boat. So let's update this map. So this now changes from a question mark to some kind of massive statue. I'm not that great an artist. So let's do like shield, and then legs sticking out the bottom. Like some nice fancy pauldrons. This is the statue, by the way. It says holding aloft a sword. So like that. And then, because faces can be difficult, so he's also wearing a helmet. A nice big feather on it. It's a humongous statue. Just yeah. And there's a group of half-elves protecting it. Maybe they're the descendants of ancient Spo. And they're protecting the statue for some unknown reason. Okay. An ancient armoured figure is statued in colossal, not sure how many owls Colossal has got, colossal form. It is home to a tribe of half-elves, who do not suffer trespassers. So I gained +1 wound. Guessing they shot an arrow at me or something. So I think gain 1 landmark die and gain 1 wound. So I've got my die, I've marked my wound, I've written the encounter in my journal. Next, or last thing in the arrival phase, is to name the location on the map. I'm going to say it is the Spo Guardian. Okay. Now we're back to the rest phase where we started. So we lose all temporary die. I don't have any in my pool. so don't lose any die. We lose one remaining die. I know we only just gained that, but we're just going to have to get rid of it. So ideally I want one of each, at least. If at a settlement, we are still not at a settlement. So perform 2 different rest actions. Okay, so again we've got choice. We can camp, which would mean we lose 1 food and gain a biome die. We can converse to lose 1 wear or coin and gain a temporary die. Or we can hunt to roll a die and gain that much food and then lose 1 die. I'm not going to hunt because I should have. I've got enough food. I've got 4 food, so I should be okay there. I am going to. I was trying to save my coin, but I do want a temporary die. So I'm going to lose 1 coin. So I'm now down to 2 coins. And gain a temporary die. Which of these? Now we can use these either as landmarks or as biomes. We choose which one that counts as. So I've conversed with, say again, some passing traders perhaps or something. And camp. So to camp I would lose 1 food. That's 3. And gain 1 biome die. Okay. Next day. Back to the exploration phase. So, roll dice onto your map. We will say this. I'm going to say this is the landmark die for this roll. So let's see what we get. Okay, so let's just shuffle these around without losing what we rolled. Line them up a bit with empty spaces. That's 5. Okay. So let's see. This is a biome die. It is 6. Look at the reference sheet at the exploration table. Biome 6. It's closest or choose. So what that means is we can either use the closest other biome type, or we can just choose one. I am going to choose I'm just going to choose open land for that one, which just denote with some little tufts of grass like that. That goes back to the pool. Number 4 on the biome is oh, that's open land as well, so it fills in that gap nicely there with open grassland. That goes back to the pool. Number 1 on the landmark is nothing, which is pretty strange. I'm not really sure, as I watched a video on YouTube of someone else playing this the other day, and they made this same point. So we've got open land, which is obviously is kind of grassland, and then you've got nothing as well. So what is the difference? So I've just been kind of doing There's little tumbleweeds, and I guess it's just kind of wasteland. So that's that one, that goes back to the pool. And then this one we said was also a landmark. So 5 on the landmark is a settlement of some kind. So let's just draw some crude little houses for the moment. And we'll see more when we get that. So that is the exploration phase. You can see how the map kind of grows as you move around and explore. So the arrival phase, we need to choose a location on the map. Where do we want to go? I want to go into this forest. If it's not the closest, we lose a food. Well, we could go there. We've been there, or we go into the forest. So it is closest. They're both equally close, so it is technically the closest, one of the closest. Okay, so we're going there so we don't lose the food. We draw a dashed line to the location. So come down, go through here to the forest. We draw a card. 2 of clubs. Okay. So consult the journey table. Clubs is: the journey was perilous and you were put in harm's way. What dangers did you face? Gain 1 wound. The second wound. So gain 1 wound. I think because we're passing, perhaps those half elves are chasing us. So let's say as we move to get away from the hostile tribe from Spo. They send a small hunting party to make sure I don't return. +1 wound. Okay, so I can take 1 more wound, but if I take a 4th Furious Wind Sigwald for Tubular, it's dead. Which would be a shame because I'm enjoying playing Furious. Although, just because the Cartographer is dead doesn't mean the map is dead. So we could spark up another Cartographer and keep exploring. Can go on as long as you want, really. So yeah, that's the journey table. Consult the location table. So we are in a forest. So the forest prompts here, and we drew a 2. Occupied and guarded. You see watchful eyes as you pass through the area. How do the people here confront you? Okay. Back to the trusty table fables, I think. See what kind of people they are. So race 4. Oh, race group of orcs. Occupation. Attitude. So let's see what that attitude is. 2. Polite. Okay. Some polite orcs. Let's just see this goal. Quite interested by these orcs. 9. Desires to live in safety. Okay, yeah, makes sense. So, as I enter the woods, I can feel I am being watched. After a couple of hours, a group of orcs emerge from the trees and politely introduce themselves and apologise if they scared me. They were just making sure that the forest was safe. Forest was safe. Now, one of the values, or the value that I rolled up for Furious, was that he is a safety nut. So he obviously gets on with these orcs, totally understands, and so he gains 1 reputation. So that means I now have 2 reputation. And the next step is to name the location. So let's see. Orcswood, or yeah, or not. Just keeping those simple. It says wait, orcs wood. Makes sense. It fits. There we go. Now again, we're back to the rest phase. We lose all temporary dice, so that goes back. We lose 1 other die, so we lose a biome because I want to keep one of each as much as possible. If we're at a settlement, we would do something, but we're not. And then we perform our 2 rest actions. So I will hunt, so I gain 4 food. 1, 2, 3, and then the other action is I will camp, which is what I didn't want for food because I'm going to immediately lose it again to gain 1 bite and die. So that's Cartograph. I have also the purpose for this, or the way this links into the other videos, is that I'm building the world up around the stone house by the lake. So that is the lake with the little stone house next to it. My plan is to tie them all together. So I will get this all nicely done, not in pencil, in my scratchy little drawings. And that's the world so far. Whether this will be the world in the present, in the past, don't know. But yeah, this is a fun little way to create maps.